Oh, how are you doing? Ah, my hair. Oh my gosh. You know, don't you hate it when people jump on and they're treating the camera like they've never seen a mirror before? Hi, that's me. Welcome. So good to see you all. If you're new to the channel, I am Brandon and you are watching the ADHD Game Dev channel. Awesome sauce. Welcome. So glad to have you. First of all, apologies if there is some noise. I have a window air conditioning. It is 1,000,000 degrees here in the east, and I will melt even more than I already have if I don't have an air conditioner running. Oh, check out behind me. We got a tiny wallpaper going, and I love that so much. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. What did I want to talk to you about? All right, YouTube channel. Let's talk about that. I have made it a point to go peak my audio up way too hot. I apologize. I have made it a point to not really do inside baseball. I don't talk about stuff like only 70% of the people are subscribed, or stuff like that. I don't get into that, and I avoid YouTube drama also. So I hope you appreciate that. But I do want to celebrate the wins, especially where it concerns you. A couple weeks ago, I was just kind of edging up towards 900 subs, and I was like, come on, geez Louise, if one person clicks it, we'll hit 900, and I'll feel like happy about myself as a person because my self-worth is tied up in this. Anyway, so we got the 900. Fun fact, my dear wife had not subscribed to the channel, and she goes, oh, I'll do it. And she hit it. I'm like, I feel like that's cheating, but I'll take the win. Anyway, so that was fun. And then, boy, we rocketed right up to 950. I swear we're on our way to 1,000 around here, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in, right? So anyway, that's good stuff. That's good stuff in game dev land, in YouTube land. Game dev land, I've been working. So you haven't seen as much from me because I've been working on a game. I'm going to show you stuff. We're going to cut. I really hope I think my streaming software has not been playing along as much as I wish it would, and I don't think that the quality is coming through, and I haven't gotten to fix that yet. But here we are. Boop. Oh, before I want to. Sorry. Hey, it's the ADHD Game Dev channel. What can I say? You guys get to see me when I'm edited. Oh yes, all the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. And I posted a community chat about it because I had to sit back and reflect that I only got into Godot this year. I tried before last year and didn't make it very far, but I really tried again and really started working and doing tutorials. Thank you, Brackies. I'm sorry, Brackies. And I only started working in 3D in Godot in March. So from March till now, I have gotten just off to the races. I've gotten this game up on its feet. It looks really nice. It's coming along well. I've gotten so much going on. Huge win. I feel like I should set it up. I already told you in another video, but if I just want to crow about it some more, is that I got approved as a Steam developer, and oh yeah, I got approved as a Steam developer, so I'm super excited about that. Man, oh man, they wanted more paperwork than the federal government to get into that. It was tax forms and personal. They had me take a photo of myself holding my license, and it was insane. I'm like, good grief, I'll be off to the DMV, and it'll be an easier time. But it was great that I got through it, and I got the page for Tiny, the last Wayfinder. Oh, it's real. It's so legitimizing. Legitimizing is not the word. It's there's a word, and it really felt good to be able to get that and to make progress and to feel like I was actually making some headway and being a real game dev. So I want to thank you for being along and helping grow the channel and participating and commenting. You guys, I'm serious. It has meant so much to me and has been so encouraging and has made me feel like I should take myself seriously. And for you folks out there, I mean, maybe I'm just a face on the other side of the screen out here, or maybe you're like, wow, this guy really has his stuff together. Or maybe I'm just a cartoon character that you like to see. Uh, but the fact that you have been willing to subscribe and comment and be part of it, and you've left encouragement, and people in the Discord have been really encouraging and have been excited about the progress on Tiny, and it's meant the world to me. And I sincerely thank you for that. I know it's not person to person. We're just in a recording. But if you're seeing this and you've been a part of this journey, then I'm thanking you. I thank you for that. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's jump over to game dev. Look at my mug. It's a Fallout mug. Vault Tech. All right, working over here. I am trying. No kidding. I am trying so hard to make a game that I think will shine a positive light on the Godot engine. True story. I really want to show what Godot is capable of, and it was like honestly a while back. I wasn't really excited about what people were posting in Godot. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to sound like a jerk. You guys are just gonna have to realize that not only am I trying hard to be nice and humble, I probably over criticize myself a lot more. So if I say something and it sounds like I'm being an arrogant jerk, I hope that you will give me a little bit of credit and realize I am probably the exact opposite of an arrogant jerk. Okay, so, but I'm just going to talk. I thought that a lot of the stuff that people were posting showing Godot, it really didn't look like a very good 3D engine. It looked kind of jank, and I kept looking and looking and looking, and it wasn't just like beginner projects like I just got Godot. A lot of projects. The only one that looked any good and people were paying attention to was Road to Vostok, which was the one that was looking good. But here we are, and I've gotten into this, and I gotta say, I think this is looking really nice. And I have not shown you guys a ton of the area of the game because I want you to explore it. So I'm gonna, excuse me if I fly over here. We're flying because I'm a game developer, doggone it, and I can do that. I've showed you this area over here a lot. You've seen the Creekside area that I call it. You've seen that because I don't want to give too much away. So if you are here right now, you are at risk of seeing a little bit more than you have seen before. And if you don't want to, then this might show a bit more. I'm going to switch over to full screen here. And this probably looks a little bit scruffy on the live stream. I'm sure it looks a little bit scruffy. Be aware, it looks pretty darn good in person. Let me tell you what I did here. Character, he's right here in front of me. Might as well talk about that. I had to remodel the character. He used to have a long tunic that went down over his legs. Had to rework that because it was just clipping, so I wound up building all the clothing onto the model, which is probably the good way to do that anyway, so that I wouldn't have an issue. And it really solved a lot. It reduced my ability to be creative with clothing options because I had to follow the flow of the underlying model. But it's okay. I'm not mad. I messed around with the, people have critiqued, I don't say criticized, they've critiqued the quality of the ground as being not stylized enough as compared to the rest of the models. I appreciate that kind of commentary. Thank you very much. I have reworked it to make it not photographic and it's more painted. Okay, it's more painted now. We're going to run up here. This area is not finished, but I'm going to show it to you just because I want to look around. This is what an area looks like as I'm working on it. Not a whole lot to see here, but you can see, oh, look at this. The forest is really starting to come together, isn't it? Let's go run around. Again, if you're just joining us here, if you are looking forward to Tiny, soon you are going to be able to wish list it, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I am running around right now. At present, this is going to get reworked. That UI, press E to collect, that's going to get reworked, as well as the interface at top. It's got that apple. It's just an icon. I have some sketches that look a lot better. So all of that interface. Also, we're not going to collect it like that. Right now, it just gives you full stamina. What we're going to do, I'm happy. What we're going to do is we're going to collect things, and then we're going to have a, not a deep, but a very light cooking system. It'll just be click cook kind of thing. I don't want to get too deep into cooking and gathering like you would in Legend of Zelda, mostly because not because I don't like that kind of thing, but because I don't want to get distracted, and I'm distracted enough as it is. Okay, the thing that you get in the game, yeah, it's tiny. You know what? I got to tell some things here. Is that as a forest sprite, you're going to gain some semi-magical abilities. Mostly, I've just shown you guys shots like this. I haven't even played. Oh, look at his little hat. It's got more texture to it now. But as a forest sprite, you are here in this world, and you have some semi-magical abilities. And the first one you're going to pick up is the ability to get things to grow, and some items you're going to be able to grow them like that by interacting with them, which will allow you to have a little bit of a boost. I do have the ability to reverse that right now, and I'm gonna there's so much I want to show you and so much I don't want, but you're watching it, so I'm gonna show you. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. My entire approach to game dev is I figure if I am having fun and I am loving what I am making, then I think that other people will love it too. I'm going to gather some more from this. Later on, what this will be is that you don't get anything from it until you cook them. So we'd have to cook them. I'm going to go ahead and go left here. A big chunk of the game. I'm going to hide for a second. I don't want to tell you everything. I'm going to run up here and a big chunk of the game is going to be you figuring out the correct path to go, and then it's kind of I want to call it a maze platformer is what it really is. It's not a puzzle platformer, and it's not a deep platformer either, okay? But it's an adventure game, it's an exploration game, it's a maze kind of a thing. I say maze because you're supposed to figure out the correct route. It's a little bit of a Metroidvania in that regard, about backtracking with new tools and new abilities. Back, forth, and then figuring out where to go, okay? So, back to the screen. I'm just going to cut just because I want you just to explore some things. I don't want to show everything. So we'll come up and I'll gather from this one. Supposedly I would cook that later and then I would have food that I could eat. So you're going to have to stop and cook. But you come up and you learn. This is new moss. I drew this moss. I didn't like the moss. I've complained about the moss so much through the whole game. But I drew that and I like that. Oh, guys, isn't this a pretty sight out here? Do you see? Do you see over there? Mm-hmm. 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 I'm going to run over here and just look. I'm not going to show you how to solve any levels. This is in progress. That not quite done. Looks a little bit crunchy. Still working on it, but it is progress. It's nice for a placeholder at the moment, I think. So we're going to add some splash and stuff to it, but so pretty. Oh, I'm happy. I'm a happy nerd. All right, I'm going to go back to camera. I'm going to go fly and show you another area. If you're enjoying this behind-the-scenes look, that'll be great. You'll have a fun time. I am not going to show you how to get into an area or how to solve it, but I will demonstrate it. So give me just 1 second to teleport myself over here, because this is my world and I am God. Boy, that was extreme. Let me see what I can show you. Ah, yes. We'll show you this. I'll show you this. Mm-hmm. If you're on the Discord, you'll see some of these screenshots anyway of this stuff, but you haven't seen it in motion yet. So now you can see it a bit more. Oh, there's more to it. I don't want to give you too much, but I want to give you a little. You're here, you're watching. I should give you a little taste of things, shouldn't I? I should give you a taste. So let me jump out of this. And I don't want to show you where we are. But I'm going to go zoom in there. So I'm going to show you. The other thing is like what I'm thinking about when I'm designing areas. Okay. Okay, we'll go over here a little bit. Yeah, we'll go over here a little bit. Okay. So you might, so when I'm designing some areas, you might come through. I might say you'll come through an area like this, and you'll be able to come up through this area there. And I have got the ability to say, well, do they want to go left or right or up or down? And what I want to do is to say they need to pick up this ability there and that ability there, and then they'll backtrack through here and walk up through here, and then you need to discover the path to the next zone. So it's all in a zone kind of a concept. And what I showed you here was this open zone that's still being worked on. And there's nothing here right now, but this is going to be populated with plants. And also, I need some other people. You need your village that you're part of, your sprite village. So more forest sprites will be around here to interact with. But what I'm thinking about is, come down here. I want you to feel like you can go left or right or up or down, and you need to pick out which is the correct way to go with a little bit of exploring and backtracking on your own. So the other thing that I do, and I think players will appreciate this. You see this little boop? There's a little blue, invisible kind of a shiny box. I have got scattered throughout the game. There will be invisible checkpoints, and I think that'll be a real treat for you folks who want a casual kind of experience. This game it's not cozy, but it is kind of casual, and it is what you call wholesome. Okay, I think is the term you might use. Because we're not fighting, we're not doing creepy stuff, we're not getting dark, or you don't get killed or anything like that. There's going to be areas where you might fail and have to do a restart. Obviously I think there needs to be some consequences, some light bit of danger involved, but I want you to be able to take risks, but not feel like you've lost too much progress along the way, so that you'll feel rewarded when you get to an area, but not punished when you fail too hard. There has to be a little risk to make it fun. The other thing that I'm working on is the idea of having a way. Sorry, I lost how to phrase it. A waypoint, a visual marker, something, a lighthouse. I forgot. There's a word that they use. My brain today. If I'd have thought before just coming on the live stream, we might have had our crap together, right? But I think that this fallen tree, for example, you can see it quite well here. So even if you came to the area where I showed you that I started out here beside this little pond, you can see this fallen tree. So even if you make your way across, you can still see that fallen tree, and no matter where you are, it'll be notable. You can see from a lot of different places. You might be able to see that tree stump. You might be able to see, some high up places, and so you'll be able to keep your bearings that way. So giving players a way to keep their bearings and not feel lost is important. However, in this game, because you're tiny, I want to keep you down like this. Okay, so I want you to feel kind of not oppressed, a little bit. I'm gonna say a word that's a negative word, but claustrophobic is the word. But just a little bit tight, a little bit closed in. The reason is that if you've been going through a little gully and scampering through rocks, and then you come up to the edge of an open space like a pond, you might breathe a breath of relief because of that. So then if you did make your way like I did in the demo, and we come up to a small clearing, that's interesting. But as you saw me walking across this route here, it's a little bit more closed in again, right? And then we open up again. So it's that idea of closed in spaces and then opened up spaces. So, and being able to take a space like this one, I think it needs a little bit more, because this might be kind of a crossroads, and I want a space like this to feel a sense of familiarity to you. So you should, in this game, feel like you are free to wander and you are an explorer, and that you are isolated and on your own in the wild, but isolated but not lost. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. But yeah, where did I put my character? But yeah, coming back through here and just seeing setting up these visual framings and little keyholes and stuff. Like, I want you to see this framed up with these hills on either side, and I want this to be a painted scene for you. So I'm working on that direction, and that is the reward in the game, is to experience the moment and the light and everything. It is great. Let me excuse me while I'm going to zip over to Creekside for a second. I'm going to I might tweak the light here. Let me see if I can tweak the light a little bit for you, and you'll see what I've been doing here behind the scenes as well. I can talk. You can't prove otherwise unless you rewind the video. Sun, moon, pivot. Also, let me jump onto the stream over here. Make sure we're online and we're all good. Okay, we're all good. All right. Where is my... Okay, great. There we are. Sorry, I'm intentionally hiding stuff from you in case that wasn't clear, because I want to show you what's going on, but I also want you to discover things on your own. So a little bit of a balancing act. I want to thank you for showing up, but I do want you to explore. Let's see. Yeah, the sunlight has been very interesting, and I have fiddled with this so much, and I'm still not happy. I think I like it right there. I would love to be able to set up a day-night cycle, but I haven't gotten to the point where I'm happy with that yet. So I decided to scrap it. I did have... That's not even right. I did have a day-night cycle and a moon, but let's not worry about that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. So as you can see... We can wind this back and then trace that forward. Yeah. Boop. And I get these volumetrics through there. Look at that. Which is all going to change. Which is all going to change as I add more to it. So I might come in here and say, oh, I would like to work on the area across the creek, as there's nothing here right now, but there will be. So there's the creek here, which is this is what it's supposed to look like when it's a bit more finished out, as you can see. But up here is still sketch. This is all still sketched. It's not sketchy. It is a sketch. But I would go and I'm going to put water up in here so that this will be a river area. But I haven't quite decided on the flow of the river, and I don't want to get too locked in. I've learned my lesson. I've not learned my lesson. Who are we kidding? I've learned my lesson about don't get in too much painting in details and grass and bushes and trees, because I'll wind up changing the terrain anyway. But it all comes to life. It all comes to life when I start adding these elements, so I really want them in there as soon as I can. But then I wind up regretting my life choices, because they got to be changed, and I got to erase stuff. And in the case of the grass that I've got, this is just this lovely. I showed it to you before in a live stream, but I'll talk to you about it again. Is this add-on simple grass textured? And I love it so much because it is running the grass and the bushes, and I like that a lot. Both grass and bushes are the simple grass. Oh, and the moss. The moss is simple grass, because I can go through it all, and we actually bump into it, and it reacts. It reacts as we walk through it, if you watch. So the bushes don't react, but the grass and the moss will react. And they can all have different strengths as they blow in the wind and things. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look at it on screen. I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to mess with it. I'll regret my life choices. I'm going to ruin the game right here on the live stream. No, let's not mess it up, please. But anyway, which one? Nope, I'm in the wrong zone. That's why. This is zone 2. So I've got the zone 2. Yeah, the scale variety is set to 1. But if I do this, whoop, 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 right. So I'm able to mess with all that. This is the zone 2 is what we're in. And I could take all the bushes and scale them all at once in there. So that's pretty great. The one thing that I should be doing, I don't think I've gotten my head around it yet, is the ability to do some optimization on it. And when I started doing the optimization, It was only effective. I couldn't paint a whole zone. I would have to use it in just a small area. Like I could optimize just on top of that rock. But even then, when I was moving away from it, I found that it was kind of glitchy, and I couldn't figure it out. And it's probably not their. It's not the fault of the add-on. It's me for not knowing what I'm doing, probably. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's see. So if I do optimize by distance, we can see that it'll all change like that. Because it's localized to just that rock. So using the grass the way that I was in these zones was more of a regional thing, and it made it harder for me to do that optimization. Also, I found that I could kind of see the pop up and the magic effect of that. But I think that it's going to get culled by basic frustum culling in the system. So when the camera's not looking in this direction, it'll get culled out automatically. I don't know. I am trying to do some optimization as I go along. I'll want that, obviously. But cool. So that's nice. The other thing that I was loving is the terrain. Oh my, let's go mess with terrain because that's fun. We got some open terrain over here. I'll show you. This is the Terrain 3D add-on by Tokasan Games, and they were able to help me with a question online. Mostly by telling me to read the freaking manual, I think is their answer. I don't know, something like that. But we can paint our textures, and we can do height, higher and lower. See here? Boom, 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 like that. Isn't that nice? And also, I had messed around with this on a live stream, and I couldn't get it working the way I wanted to. But what I found is that the terrain tool likes an actual 3D mesh, and I was trying to use the grass in like planes. That's when I was complaining it wasn't working as well with those planes. But with an actual mesh like this violet leaf, it works fine because then you can still raise and lower terrain. This does not work on the grass add-on. The grass add-on is kind of like once you put it down there, it's kind of fixed in space and it doesn't want to be moved. If you want to change the terrain, you have to erase it and paint it again. But with the Terrain 3D, that's not true. It's interactive with it, so that's really cool. So I could get a lot of stuff here. However, I haven't figured out on this how to do interactivity with it. So it is just an image. There might be a way to do it, and I just don't know what I'm doing. That's entirely possible and likely. It is both possible and likely that I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, the reason I'm always saying that, and I'm kind of laughing and joking on myself, is because I want you to realize that even though I don't know what I'm doing, I'm still able to make headway. Okay. Because I found that Godot is really easy to work with. And it does help, not gonna lie, it does help that I have been making video games in my spare time for funsies for about 10 years in Game Maker. So I understand fundamentals about making a video game, and I've watched people play games I make. If you would like to have a heart attack, that's a great way to get a heart attack. Watching people do that is migraine-inducing and terrifying. Putting yourself out there like that and then watching them miss what you thought was obvious. Which brings me to this game. A lot of stuff is going to be just left for you because you're supposed to explore, and it's not supposed to be obvious. You'll have to figure out stuff on your own. And if you're not ready, willing, and able to explore and find out things on your own, this is not your game. If you are wanting to hit the run button and go full bore and bounce off the walls, not your game. This is a slower game where you're supposed to enjoy the views and enjoy the sunshine. You're supposed to sit down, and I want to make weather happen. I put it on my back burner list. But I do want to make weather happen. I think that will be. I would almost go so far as to say it's necessary. For weather, because this idea of saying I'd like to take shelter somewhere and let the rain patter down, I don't want to tell you to do that. I don't want to tell you to take shelter somewhere. I want you to choose to get out of the rain for a minute and eat the food that you made, or cook or something. That's the kind of game I want to make. is one where you choose to be present in it, and you choose to experience it, and you choose to enjoy it. But right now, I'm trying to figure out the interfacing, the back and forth, of the real mechanical stuff of start here, get that, go here, find that, go there. How do I make the player want to do that? I don't want to spotlight it and say waypoint here, marker here. I want to go minimal on UI. I'm a big believer in minimal UI. As a matter of fact, you could probably see that when I would run around, sometimes the stamina meter would come on and then go off. That is important to me as well. Let's see. There we go. So there's our title screen. Boop. I keep hiding it because I don't want to have to go through the title screen myself every time I test. But here's the title screen. It might change what's here. This all, by the way, I don't know if I said it. I probably didn't, but this is all working on a controller. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, but this all works on controller. Boop. So let's see if I can crash the game. No, I put myself over here in this foggy area. Technically, you would start at the starting area, but we'll get back to it. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up. Hey, thank you. Thank you for watching the live stream, whether you were live or on the replay. I don't let people know that these are coming up because, frankly, I don't plan them. So I can't very well invite people to a live stream and expect them to show up if I don't, let them know let them know that they're that it's going to happen. Hey, game's looking good. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you out there. Let's see. We also ping the folks over in the Discord channel. So if you haven't gotten onto the Discord channel and you would like to, I have posted it a couple times in community posts. So please go and find that. I jump on there and I chat with people and we discuss video games and we laugh and we cry and it's all great. Let's see. I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. I just want to thank you once more for being here. I hope that you will be awesome today. Bye, everybody. you. I thank you for that. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's jump over to game dev.